Okay, so picture this. Two enormous humans, built like refrigerators, standing face to face. One of them winds up, slaps the other one with the force of a car crash, and the crowd erupts and cheers. The other guy, well, he's just standing there, blinking and trying to remember what planet he's on. Welcome back to Score Insights TV and the wonderfully ridiculous and completely insane business of power slapping. Now, you may be thinking, who in their right mind would sign up for this? But the better question is, who turned this into a multi-million-dollar business? Well, here's a spoiler alert. It's a mixture of TikTok, adrenaline junkies, and Dana White's bank account. Now, power slapping wasn't exactly born in a boardroom. It actually crawled out of the internet's chaos. Originally, it was just some guys in random basements or barns slapping each other for fun, or perhaps even for some beer money. And the production value was absolute zero. The entertainment value, however, was way off the charts. These early clips were grainy and shaky and often ended with someone collapsing onto a plywood table. It was perfect for TikTok and social media, and before long, the videos were spreading faster than your uncle's political memes on Facebook, and they racked up millions of views. But that leaves the question of why. Well, that's because watching somebody get slapped into next week is a universal language. But then somebody looked at all of these viral clips and said to themselves, what if we added referees and some prize money? Because naturally, the internet can't leave anything weird alone. It always has to turn it into a business. Enter Dana White. Now, you probably know him as the guy that made the UFC into a multi-billion-dollar empire, but apparently, he also saw a bunch of people slapping each other senseless on YouTube and thought, I can make this one classy. In 2022, he launched the Power Slap League, complete with logos and rankings and personalities, and get this, an official slap fighting championship belt. Because nothing says elite athlete like a championship belt earned by slapping somebody's jaw off. Dana's genius? It's not only in organizing chaos, it's also in monetizing it. He brought in sponsors like Prime Energy, which was co-founded by Logan Paul and KSI, because apparently nothing goes better with a concussion than a refreshing and brightly colored energy drink. Prime's logo is splashed everywhere in the videos, from fighter jerseys to event banners and more. It's like they've made slapping the unofficial sport of staying hydrated. Believe it or not, power slapping has actual rules. It's not just a free-for-all. Fighters take turns slapping each other, and this is the best part, you're not allowed to flinch or dodge. That's right, your job is to stand there like a brick wall and take it like a champion, or like a crash test dummy perhaps. And the slap itself? Well, it has to land on the cheek. There are no ear shots or neck shots, and definitely no backhanding, because apparently that's where you draw the line in something like this. Judges score each slap on things like technique, power, and whether the other guy's soul visibly leaves his body. Also, there's a referee, not to stop the fight, I mean it is power slapping after all, but to make sure that the slap stays respectful. But now let's talk about the competitors themselves. These aren't just any old random people that walk in off the street. I mean, some of them might be, but most of them are massive human beings with necks that are so thick they could probably block out a Wi-Fi signal. Take Darius the Destroyer, for example. This guy has perfected the art of delivering slaps that are so powerful they may actually alter weather patterns. Or Ron the Wolverine Bata, whose slapping technique is so precise, he's practically turned it into a science. These fighters don't just practice hitting hard, they train to absorb the slaps as well. Neck exercises, jaw strengthening, and even mindfulness, yes, mindfulness, is part of their routine. As if getting slapped into another dimension's not enough. But now let's talk about cash. What was once a hobby for bored guys with questionable judgment is now a full-blown money-making industry. The Power Slap League has sponsorships, broadcasting deals, and of course merchandise. Yes, people are actually buying t-shirts that say things like "slap hard or go home." Their famous Rumble deal also added to the pot, with millions of people tuning in, either on the platform or through viral social media clips. I mean, after all, advertisers are quite eager to capitalize on the sport's rapid rise. And we should not forget those broadcasting rights. Whether they're hardcore fans or people who are just curious to see if somebody gets slapped so hard they wake up in a different time zone, Dana White has cooked up some pay-per-view events, which means that we're only one step away from a $99 Slapmania event headlined by two guys with iron jaws. And of course, when it comes to a niche sport, not everyone's on board with power slapping's rise to fame. Doctors, for example, well, they're definitely not a fan. Watching someone get slapped unconscious is not what you have in mind when you say protect your brain. Critics would argue the sport is dangerous and it exploits people. And honestly, they may not be wrong. Concussions, nerve damage, and long-term health issues are all a very real risk. But Dana White just insists that they have safety protocols like medical checks and referees. So does my kid's soccer league, but that didn't stop little Sadie from going to the hospital last weekend. All ethics aside, some people question whether the sport can last. Is power slapping the next UFC, or is it just another viral fad destined to disappear faster than Gangnam Style? So then, why do people keep watching? Well, it's simple. The sport, if you want to call it that, is pure, unfiltered entertainment. You don't need to know the stats or any teams or strategies. You just watch somebody wind up and deliver a slap and wait to see if the other guy is able to stay upright. It's ridiculous, but it's also amazing and addictive. And let's be honest, the internet loves absurdity. Slow-motion replays of faces rippling from impact? That's meme gold. Fans don't only watch, they clip and share and laugh, and they make power slapping a social media phenomenon. So then, what's next for slap fighting? Dana White is already talking about international expansion, bigger events, and brand new divisions. And really, who knows? We might end up seeing celebrity slap matches soon enough. Just imagine Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Vin Diesel in a grudge match. Would it even make sense? Who really cares? Would people pay to watch it? Absolutely yes. For now, power slapping is riding a wave of internet fame, corporate sponsorships, and sheer absurdity. And whether it's a passing trend or a long-term industry, one thing is for sure. As long as people are willing to slap and be slapped, the business is going to keep on booming. From viral clips to corporate-backed chaos, power slapping is proof that humans will monetize literally just about anything. It's weird, it's wild, and it's making some serious money. So if you ever find yourself wondering what to do with your free time, just remember, you too could slap your way to infamy if your jaw can handle it. When's the last time that you got slapped so hard that you tasted your mother's meatloaf from 3 years ago? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and also subscribe to the channel so that you never miss another great video like this one again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.